Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Tech Life channel. As you have already seen from the title, we are going to do a review and unboxing of RC Parkjet. The box here is pretty big. I'm going to show you the box and then we are going to unbox the entire thing. So as you can see, it's a pretty big box. And this will be the first unboxing and review video on my channel. And also this will be the first RC plane that I will try. It's not technically the first one. I have built two other RC planes in my home, but the first one has been flown thrice and every time I have crashed it, it's now totally destroyed. And the second one is so expensive that I've never had the courage to try my hands on it. So technically speaking, this would be the first one. Before we proceed with the review and unboxing, let me tell you this is not a paid video. I paid for this RC Parkjet, and this was posted by a guy in Facebook. He's from Mexico City, and we spoke over Facebook, and he shipped it from Mexico City to Guadalajara. So let's move on and do the unboxing. So let me tell you, this is the first time I'm opening the box since it arrived this morning and I have no idea what's inside. I have been told that this is a ready to fly RC Parkjet. That means we will have the plane, the electronics, the required battery, charger and radio. So should have everything that we need to fly. We just need to charge the battery and we are good to go, because the guy said that he has already configured the transmitter. So there's nothing much that we need to do. So while I open the box, let me tell you about the price. So it cost me around 2000 pesos plus 500 for the shipping from Mexico City to Guadalajara. Okay, I think we have it in the right way, so I'll try to bring out. It's quite big for a single person to open it up, but I'll try my best. Okay, so this is what we have inside the box. We'll go through the items one by one. So this looks like the LiPo charger. Yes, this is the LiPo charger, but we should have a power cable for the charger as well, which I don't see inside this box. Nope, it's not here. Okay, we'll go through the rest of the stuff. Maybe it's somewhere else. This is the radio. As you can see, it's a pretty basic radio, 6-channel. I was told that it is already configured, so that means it has been binded with the receiver of the plane. The only problem that I see is I'm used to flying with mode 1 radios, which means that the throttle and rudder will be on the left stick. But in this case, as you can see, it's mode 2, I think. So I need to change this one because I'm not used to flying with the throttle being on the right side. So this is what I have to figure out how to change. Basically we have like in Asia and in US, we have the throttle and the rudder on the right side, on the left side, sorry, and the elevator and aileron is on the right side. So I need to figure that out. Apart from that, a pretty cheap and basic radio. We have some reversing available for all the sticks, and a few other toggle switches and one knob. So we'll figure that out what it's for. So for now I'll keep the radio in its place. Some paperwork. Okay, so this is good. This will help me figure out how to configure the radio like the way I want it to be. But the problem is it is in Chinese, so yeah, that will be a problem. Anyway, let's see what else do we have. We have some more paperwork. This looks like the instruction manuals, but this is in Spanish. Yeah, the entire thing is in Spanish, so I'll try to look it up in Google and see if we have an English version for it. What else? Okay, so this is the provided LiPo battery. So okay, we have a 3-cell LiPo, 1300 milliamp, a 3-cell, pretty basic and cheap. Most probably I'll have to change this pretty soon. Okay, so now let's check the actual Parkjet. Oh, by the way, we have the power cable. This is the power cable for the balance charger to charge the LiPo, so that's good. Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, so the jet looks pretty big, and it looks like the rudders are folded. So as you can see, this is the Parkjet. It's pretty big, and we have some LED lighting going on the top, and we also have LEDs going on the side. So based on what color they are, I'm not sure what color they are. If they are of the right color, like we have green and red on the correct sides, that will help in some night flying. It will give us an idea about the orientation of the plane when it is in the air. Other than that, I see this is the brushless motor we have. I'm not sure about the rating. Let me see if it's there on the motor. Okay, so it's a pretty basic brushless motor. It's a 2212 size 1400 kV motor, so should be good enough for this plane. Let me tell you, it looks big, but it's very light. It's extremely light. Parkjets are supposed to be light, so it will be a little bit heavier when I put the battery. Let's talk about the control surfaces. So we have the rudder, but the rudder is not functional. We don't need a rudder on a Parkjet. The main flight surfaces will be the elevators and the ailerons. So what I'll do next is I'll power on the jet and let's see how they work. Before we power on the plane, as we all know, with RC helicopters and planes, we are supposed to power on the transmitter to avoid any accidental interference that might cause harm to the owner. So what I'm doing right now is I'll power on the transmitter first. So it needs 4 AA batteries. And we have a power switch. Okay, so it's powered on. Now let's power on the jet. Before that, let me quickly go over the electronics. So we have a 30 amp ESC to power the 1400 kV motor, and we have a 6-channel receiver for this radio. I already mentioned that we have some LED running on the top and by the sides, And to control the ailerons and elevators, we have 4 9-gram plastic servos. So if you look closely, these are the servos. Oh, my bad, it's not exactly 4. So it looks like the ailerons and the elevators will work in tandem. So there's one single linkage rod which is linked to both the ailerons and the elevators. So it's not actually 4 servos, there's only 2 servos which will be controlling both. So I think it will work as elevons, not exactly separate ailerons and elevators. So they will work together. Anyway, let's power the jet and we'll see how it goes. We have some basic velcro strap to tie the battery in. The space is pretty tight. I'm trying to figure out how to push this in. I cannot apply much force because this entire thing is made out of cardboard. It's not exactly cardboard, but I think it's kind of Dipron foam. Too much force can damage the body, so I'll try to be careful. I'll strap the battery with the velcro to make sure it's in place and it doesn't move during the flight. Alright, so a basic 3-cell LiPo, 1300 milliamp, and I think it was 1300. No, I forgot. So it comes with a basic Dean's connector. So let us power it up. I'm not sure if we have a throttle hold on this radio, so that would have been helpful. Okay, so as you can see, the jet is pretty big. Like it's coming down from my neck almost to my knees. You cannot see it because I don't have a wide angle camera, but you get an idea. So, and the lights are bright, but I don't think this will help in orientation because if you see on both sides it's blue and we have some RGB color going on the top. So yeah, okay for night flying, but not really helpful in orientation. So we'll try to power up and we'll see how the control surfaces work, because like I mentioned earlier, there are only 2 servos which are controlling both the ailerons and elevators, and probably they are working in tandem, so we call them elevons. So this is the basic remote, and we need to change the mode because if you see, I'm used to having the throttle and rudder on the left side, but on this one it's on the right side. So okay, so we have the elevators going up. Now if you notice, it's not just the elevators going up but also the ailerons, and similarly if we pitch down, they go down. The throws on the control surfaces are not very uniform, like they are not traveling the same distance on the left and the right side. So I'll have to figure that out, how to rectify that, because if we don't do it mid-air, I'm not a very experienced pilot. In fact, this will be my first RC aircraft, so if they don't move same distances on both sides, then obviously I'll end up in a crash very soon. Okay, and next let's test the power of the brushless motor. Okay, by the looks of it, it will do the job. It's quite powerful for something this light. And let's test the ailerons now. So if you see, the ailerons and the elevators, they move together. And again we have the same problem. The surfaces are not moving the same distance on the left and right side. So that will create disturbance during the flight. And we need to rectify that. Wow, it's quite powerful. So this is the complete jet. The lights are pretty bright and it's quite big. So that's it for this video. Next what I'll do is I'll charge up the batteries, and whenever I have time I'll go to the nearest park and we will do a first flight video. I'll probably crash, but these things are very light. They should sustain a few crashes. Hopefully I'll not damage it totally like I did with my other planes. If I don't crash, I'll post the video. I was just joking. Anyway, even if I crash or I fly successfully, you will see the video. So the next video I'll post is when I fly this thing. And for now I'll figure out how to change the mode for the radio, because I'm not used to fly like this. Definitely I'll crash in some time if I continue with this configuration. So I need to figure that out, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't think I'll be able to fly today. I planned to, but it looks like we have heavy rainfall. That is why you see the power fluctuating and things went off and on. So stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I post the video, hope I'll not crash and you'll enjoy the maiden flight. Thank you.